Live from San Antonio, Texas. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Man, I don't know what's up with my immune system.
Me neither. It's been since last week.
Dude, we're not in the same room today because I made a dumbass decision today that maybe it's not dumbass. I don't like taking medicine all the time, man. I popped another Sudafed this morning because I woke up this morning feeling worse. I've had the longest head cold I've had in years, and it started actually a week and a half ago with real bad head. Y'all remember I talked about having real bad headaches when I was working out?
Oh yeah, that pain, the little stinger.
Yeah, that was last Monday. When I came on, I was like, I'm just letting y'all know, I don't think I'm going to have a brain aneurysm, knock on wood, but twice over the last 3 days, I've gotten these excruciating, searing, painful headaches. And I don't know if I'm dehydrated. I need some more water. Maybe I'm exerting myself too much as I get old. Maybe I need to reduce my workout regimen. I'm reading about aneurysms and all these horrible things,
Don't
And then I
Google when you're sick, dude. Don't Google when you're sick.
But then it turns into, I was developing probably a bad sinus infection, and and my head was clogged up. And so I'm doing push-ups, and I don't know that I'm getting sick. And it started off with those real bad headaches. And then the headaches went away. I haven't had the headache, thank God, and since last Tuesday. And I took a bunch of medicine. I'm around the clock, man. I'm very good about my medicine when I'm sick. I hate being sick, and I don't skip, man. I take all that shit. I've been taking like a bunch of shooters you get at the hippie grocery store, trying to stay hydrated, take my meds. Haven't worked out, and then of course I traveled and I had to go to the hellscape for a few days. And so I've been on airplanes and hotels and walking around all over islands and stuff. And at no point have I felt 100%, but when I went to bed last night, y'all, I was at 90%. Okay, good. I'm just about there. I woke up this morning, man, same ass symptoms from last week. So I don't know if it's back in the Texas climate, traveling. I'm a wreck, man. So forgive me. We're not at the studio today. We're in our houses because I cannot shake this freaking head cold. And I quit taking. I don't like to take. I take my medicine religiously, but after a few days, I try to wean myself off of it. I want my immune system to get myself better, not I want it to get better. Because after you ever take like Dayquil or Theraflu for like 4 or 5 days in a row, and it's just you just feel shitty. That medicine's in your system. Going potty was weird. It's just, I don't like taking medicine more than a few days.
Woozy. It's an ugly feeling. Like when you wake up, when you take it like a NyQuil, you wake up like damn near like a hangover.
Yeah, I'm hungover today. It's weird. And so I haven't taken any medicine since, what is today, Wednesday? Haven't taken any medicine since Sunday night. Okay, that's it. I took medicine all last week. I'm not taking more medicine. I'm done. Feeling weird. Don't feel good because of the medicine. Woke up this morning, man, with a setback. So I decided to pop a damn Sudafed, which is real strong. So I'm in here sipping on I feel like I've been sipping on the scissor like Lil Wayne this morning. So good morning.
Oof.
Sorry. It's
Good
funny.
morning.
Physically, I'm fine. It's all in my head, man. Super congested. Sound like this sucks. So good morning. I'm fine. I don't think I'm like contagious. I just my body I need to, now that I'm back home in Texas, I need to just chill and take it easy for the next rest of the week. How you doing, man? That's a sweet Muhammad Ali photo, by the way. That's nice.
Yeah, it says you can't see it because the way I set up, but it
I can
says
see him though.
yeah, it says I'm so fast. Last night I turned off the light in my hotel room and I was in the bed before the room got dark.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my
Yeah.
man, Ali. Golly, dude. So here we are. It's in the building. Sick version. Sucks. But I got stuff to do today. I'm having lunch today. I don't want to scare anybody.
Oh yeah,
But
that's right. You
today's
got to
my
go to
first day.
Poblano.
Yeah, I feel physically fine. Like I have no loss of appetite. Everything's cool there. I just want to take a chisel and a hammer and just unbreak, just break all this shit going on in my head. So today I'm having lunch at Poblano's. So we got a couple things I want to get out of the way today. Starting today, and I tweeted this a couple of days ago. Starting today and every Wednesday for the month of February, I'm going to be having lunch downtown as we try to get Poodle San Antonio to get their ass downtown more often. There's a really good Mexican restaurant that I love a lot and have gone to for years. They used to be over by the main plaza by the courthouse. And then a couple of years ago, they moved over right next door to the Majestic Theater on Houston. It is
Right.
Poblano's. Yeah. It's a really good spot. And it's going to be lunch with the mayor every Wednesday at noon at Poblano's. And today's the first one. I'm going to be over there. So I'm going to go on there around 12, sit down, pop open Facebook Live, order some food, and just chat for 30, 40 minutes with Thunderdome and in the building subscribers. So, yeah, be advised. And I'll put on my Facebook page today. I'll be on there chatting it up today from Poblano's. So I don't want to scare them by talking about being sick because I don't think I'm contagious. I just cannot shake this crap in my head. So anyhow, stupid. So punch me right off the top for not being 100% yet. I'm convinced it's the travel. It's the different climates, airplanes. My body just needs to rest. I need to stop. I've not been able to. I got sick right before I left, for Hawaii. I wasn't going to cancel the trip. And so I just have not given my body enough rest time. So fine. LG says the flu is going around crazy in the state. Yeah, man. I've heard
And
about that.
norovirus. Have you talked to your brother and your dad? My sister said Dallas is in damn near COVID protocol. My sister's son, their school, they shut
Yeah.
down the school for a couple days. I don't know if your
Whoa.
dad and brother, but Dallas is really bad with the flu. My mom had it really bad. My niece,
hmm
nephew,
What's
they got it.
norovirus? That's the one that gives you the squirts, right?
I think it's the stomach one.
Yes.
Yeah, gross. Yeah, thank God I don't have that. I think I just had a real bad sinus infection, and it's just lingering. And my body's like, dude, you need to stop. Why don't you stay on the couch for a couple of days? And so, anyway, sorry to bitch right off the top, but it's good to be home. That's true. So I'm back in my house. I'm back in my confines, my own bed, my own commode, my own people. So, namaste to Thunderdome. And of
Same
course,
hotel again?
Same one, same one. And I've been there 6 times now, I think, or 5, and they put me in the same room 4 of those 5 times. So, and I told the
Nice.
kids, I'm like, hope I don't, I want, I mean, I want y'all to come see me more often in Texas. And they were saying, yeah, it's kind of neat though, because like when we're older, we'll look back and like we'll remember because we're in the same hotel every time. It almost feels like you live here. So our
Right.
memories of hanging out with our dad in this particular hotel in Waikiki is they made the best of it, staying in the same hotel. I could get us a real fancy one, but that cost money. So I picked the
Right.
one that's cheap, and that doesn't, So anyway, back home, had a good time. Thank y'all for filling in for me. I played a lot of hooky lately, so back in the saddle, bitches, and ready to roll. Shall we get violent here right off the top? It is Wednesday.
You
Let's
should
just
have
jump
somebody you
into
want
it.
to punch.
Oh, well, the ones that I can go public with, sure. There's all
Oh, well,
kinds of
no,
mean.
public.
Golly, you
No,
never
yeah.
know. I mean,
We don't want that one. We don't want those problems. We don't want that smoke. We don't want that
yeah.
smoke.
Oh, Raul's in here. What do you mean, Poblano's lunch? Yeah, I'm going to be at Poblano's today. Come on in. Hey, come hang out. I mean, you're invited. People can come have lunch there. But yes, every Wednesday for the month of February, starting today, all 4 Februarys of this month, I'll be having lunch at noon at Poblano's downtown on Houston and doing a live chat and hanging out and promoting the restaurant. And I'm just going to have a different meal. They have like a lunch menu. I'm just going to go down the line and have a different one every Wednesday. So anyway, thanks, Raul, for asking again. But let's get violent, baby. Let's do some punching. Got a text message from Orlando last night. He's had 2 massive cases. I think one was in Waxahachie. You know where that is? Headed to Dallas on 45.
Of course.
Yes,
Of
sir.
course.
Home of the Waxahachie Indians. He had to go out, he had to go to Waxahachie for a case, so he's been super busy. But I hadn't heard from him in a few weeks, but he's alive. He's just been crazy busy. because it turns out people get divorced in this state, Rudy, a lot. And so they need a good dude to call. They call our guy okay. All right, people I want to punch Wednesday. I'm going to punch Kanye West today. 2017 bag of the year, Kanye West. He goes on a podcast yesterday and says that the reason why he made all those anti-Semitic statements is because he's autistic. That's his new excuse now. He said he wore the MAGA hat for an entire year and made fun of Democrats, not because he hates Democrats, but because, no, I'm autistic. So punch Kanye West for claiming to be autistic. He's not been diagnosed with it. We thought he might have been bipolar. He's certainly an asshole, but now the new excuse is, no. Don't make fun of me. Don't shame me. Don't hold my racism against me. Don't hold my silly behavior. Don't hold the fact that I make my wife literally show up naked at the Grammys against me for being a dick. I'm autistic, so don't make fun of me. So punch.
I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
What a dumbass. Punch Kanye West.
You don't think
bullshit excuses?
You don't think he could be autistic, Mike?
No. You know how many Americans actually are autistic? You don't get to claim to be. I need to see paperwork. What a dumbass. Punch him in the face. God, I hate
Major asshole.
Does anybody still like him? Does he still have a massive fan base? Like if he releases a record today, it goes to #1 just like that.
One of our sponsors worships Kanye. Speaking of the Indian Kanye, the Indian Kanye can do no wrong in AD's eyes.
Well, he probably believes him then. No, y'all leave him alone. He's autistic. Don't be shaming him. That man has an affliction. Okay. I need proof, not just him claiming to be. I think basically he said, my wife's educated. She's read about this. And now I believe that I'm probably autistic. Okay, dude. Okay. I'm not going to shit on the dude's music. And I've said before, I can separate the music. That doesn't mean I'll never listen to Kanye again. Like I'm not one of these. I'm not listening to R. Kelly. Oh hell! What do you mean?
Well, the problem is he don't really care about music anymore. That's the thing. So now he don't care about music. It's all about business and trying to be something else. He's like he's mastered music. I don't think music interests him. I think if he does another album, it'll just be, like, hey, I got a wild hair, but. In all honesty, he's out of the music industry.
Right.
He's
Did
outgrown hip-hop.
Did I say all 4 Februarys I'll be at Poblano's? I meant all 4 Wednesdays of February.
Jesus.
I'm hocked up on Sudafed.
Yeah.
Stupid. All 4 Wednesdays of the month of February, I will be at Poblano's starting today. Who you punching today?
It is Media Week. It's Media Row down there in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And I just got to punch I don't know. I guess I'm going to punch the NFL / idiotic bloggers, media influencers. Like there's already this growing distance between the media and athletes because the athletes now realize like, hey, I got my own platform. I don't need these idiots asking these stupid ass questions, especially Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
And what made me want to punch, and again, it's not their fault. The NFL let them into the biggest event in American sports every year. It's the biggest event. It's not even close. But somebody asked Travis Kelce, what do you love more? Do you love Taylor Swift more, or do you love a phantom 15-yard roughing the passer call more? And Travis was just like, first of all, Travis was like, anybody else? It's like, Travis is like, anybody else? It's like every year we got to put up with this. Once in a while we'll get a good one. I remember the Tom Brady one when he got emotional when one of the people asked him about his dad, but it's just a madhouse and it's just a bunch of people that really don't belong there. And all they do is help distance the relationship between the media and athletes, which at one time was really tight, but now it's growing, and it only grows further when idiots get up there and okay, you did it, you didn't get an answer, so what was it, what was it really worth? But you know,
Mhm.
I get it. I was young. I was young once too in this business. I was in my 20s in this business, and I may have done it, but I'm supposed to be there. I'm a radio host. Like, I'm not just some influencer that has 100,000 followers that gets at the NFL credentials. Like the NFL, like, because social media is so big, they let anybody in now. They let anybody in. It's insane to me, man. So punch the NFL for letting anybody in, and then punch the idiots that choose to waste a question.
Somebody asked Patrick Mahomes who his favorite referee was in the league.
No,
Which
they
one?
did not.
Yeah, they did. They did.
What did
Absolutely.
he say? Did he answer that?
Well, I got there's a lot of referees I respect. I mean, he very, very Dak Prescott. He had
Oh.
this look on his. He knew the dude was doing a bit, because then the guy followed up with, are there any referees that you send Christmas cards to every year?
So this referee
like,
thing has legs, huh?
Oh, sure.
Because I remember
But
Tom Brady went through this.
Pat wouldn't give him the time. Pat wouldn't go along with the bit. See, he should have been funny with it. Oh, dude, Walt Coleman, when he was reffing before he retired, every year I gave Walt
Hockley.
one.
Yeah,
I got a
all
whole
of
list.
them.
Oh, Hockley's kid, that's my man. I slip him a hundy every game when he does our games. Do something like, but Mahomes is like, I don't really have a favorite referee. I respect them all. Yeah, that's stupid. I can't do voices today.
Now, it is
good enough for me.
Man,
it's Wednesday.
referee.
It's Wednesday, Mike, and someone in the
I
chat
don't mind the
asked this.
funniness. That's what
No.
that media day's for. And the NFL's been letting that go on forever. They're used to it.
Forever.
This is his
It's
fifth
annoying.
Super Bowl. He's gonna get people doing a bit. He's gonna get generic radio guys. They're used to it. It's part of it. Comes with the territory.
Hey, everybody, it's Weenie in the Butt here.
They're gonna get all that bullshit. You know how it is. So,
But it's Wednesday. Does it feel like Super Bowl week? Someone in the chat asked that,
No.
and LG responded, like, I forgot. Does it feel like, or is it now, in the second part to that is it because it's the Chiefs again?
No.
I don't know what it is. I'm not. Well, Luca trade and Swipa completely. I haven't read about. I mean, I've kind of glanced over some of the Super Bowl news for the week, but what are you going to say? We know what's at stake. I'm sure in Philadelphia and in Kansas City, their fans are like hanging on every word, every press conference and stuff like that. But man, I'm ready. Let's just get it on. Let's get it on. I don't
What's
have
up,
like
LG?
hype.
I got a punch.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I'd like to punch Rudy J.
Every time
I
he
get
punches
punched.
lately, it's one of us.
I get punched twice a month.
Big old long black one.
I wish.
So let's play What's Wrong with This Picture here. What can you spot the difference on this frame right here?
Of all of our frames.
Yeah. What's the difference between all of
Rudy's
our framings?
background is some sort of mustard color.
No, not that.
Okay.
And to be fair, it took Mike over a year to get his right without me correcting him every time.
Oh.
There we
Interesting.
go.
All right.
Are you off centered? Oh my God.
Yes. See, it didn't
Perfect.
take that
Thank
long.
you.
All right, cool.
Thank
Cool.
you.
All right, boom.
Thank you for that.
Punched.
Thank you.
Punched.
Thank you
in my
for
chubby cheeks.
All right. It's Orlando Kell, my man.
Orlando.
Orlando. He'll
Boom.
go to Waxahachie if he's got to. He just had a case up there the last week. He's jurisdicted all over the great state of Texas. So whether you're in the San Antonio area where Rudy and I are based, down south way, what I led to the Valley, Corpus, Waxahachie, whatever it is, he'll come to you in the state of Texas. It is the official family man. If you need a family lawyer, God forbid, but 50% of us are probably going to wind up getting divorced. That's what the stats all say. I've already taken my turn. I'm good. I feel good now. I'm good. But if that happens to you, Orlando Kell is ready to roll. He's poodle in the building. Loves us hard, has listened to us from day one, both of our shows. And it's cool to have a longtime supporter and a good dude too, but we would not be doing business with him. And Rudy can attest if the man didn't kick ass at his job, and he does. It's Orlando Kell, 210-775-4995. You can email him directly, orlandokell@gmail.com. orlandokell@gmail.com. It's people I want to Punch Wednesday, presented by Okay. All right. Before we move on here, you mentioned the Super Bowl and stupid questions at Media Day. We are going to have, of course we're going to have a Super Bowl post-game edition, an in the building Super Bowl edition this Sunday night. As soon as the game is over, we will be on and overreact to Chiefs and Eagles and get into any and all things Super Bowl.
I hate the fucking Eagles.
So let's get ready for it. Sunday night, me and Rudy and LG. It is our Super Bowl coverage post-game show when the game is over. So if you're looking for a place to go and overreact on Sunday night, we'll overreact to Kansas City and Philadelphia. Hope to make a lot of money that night. Those Sunday night shows, people get drunk. They've been watching football. Whoever wins, I want y'all's fan base to get in here and support our show. You can support our show right now, though, if you want to. You can jump on the super chat. We got a bunch of guys in there today. If you want to leave us a tip, feel free to do so. We appreciate that. Pay for my Theraflu or whatever it is I'm taking to my Sudafed. I need my Sudafed money, man. Jump on there with a super chat tip. You can also buy us coffees on buymeacoffee.com/loveyouhardtv, which LG will put the link on there in just a minuto. Speaking of Sunday night, before we get into other things, we have a major announcement Sunday during the Super Bowl post-game show.
No one told me.
Well, I've decided we're going to do this Sunday night because I anticipate we'll have a lot of eyeballs on that show since it's the Super Bowl post-game overreaction. And
especially if it's a good game.
I hope
Especially
so.
if there's some controversy. I need controversial calls. I needed to come down to a field goal.
Yes, sir.
And I need Kendrick Lamar to be either great at halftime or awful. I've given up on the commercials because it costs too much to produce the commercial and then the cost of the commercial. So the commercials have gotten kind of whack. So I need Kendrick Lamar to either bomb or be great. I need controversial calls, and I need a close game. And we'll have 1,000 people watching.
Damn right. Damn right. Let's get a bunch of folks in here Sunday night with our show. And while we're overreacting to the game, we have a major show announcement. And I know Rudy likes to give me stuff because he says so often my announcements are not major worthy, and I overhype our announcements. And he's right about that. I have been guilty of that in the past. This one we're going to throw down to y'all Sunday night is a major one. I think Rudy would agree with that. This is a big deal.
This isn't a bit.
Not a bit. Not a bit. I'm not going to announce that. I bought a new Hawaiian shirt. It's a big one. We're happy about this and we're excited. So be by the channel Sunday night during post-game show, and we'll have a major announcement. I put a tease on our show today. When I linked the show to my social media, I put on there this morning, Rudy J becomes a grandfather. And so now it's like, what? So, excuse me? What? So this might be one of my false fake teases. For more, here's
dude. And there's plenty of people in the chat. Yeah, plenty of people in the chat that have had to do this with their kids, but my daughter takes this class called child development, and you have to take this robot baby home for 2 nights, and it's birth control. It's birth control on steroids. She's carrying it around. She's carrying it around in a car seat.
Yeah.
After 5 o'clock, the baby's cry meter comes on. If you don't change the diaper, it cries. If it's hungry, it cries. And then last night, for somebody who already sleeps like shit, the most annoying, that baby woke up at 11, 2, and 5, just like a child.
Every time?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Then she had to get up, change it, get up, feed it, get up, rock it back to sleep. And it's the most, and it's on purpose. It's the most annoying cry. And I've had 3 kids. It's the most annoying cry of all of my children by far. And again, I'm all for it, but good Lord. And she got one more night with this damn thing. I get it. I like it. It's a great idea. She was miserable 2 hours in. You know what I mean? Carrying the car seat around. After 5 o'clock, they start the cry meter. Like they don't want the baby crying in the middle of class.
I saw your post last night of her, and I just thought, are you freaking kidding me? So when I was her age, okay, first question is, are they making the boys do it too?
Yes. Yes. Because they got to take it. That was my first question, Mike. I was like, wait, do the boys have to do this? We don't want no deadbeat dad. She was like, yeah, but it's not a lot of guys that take child development. I think it's like an elective.
I see.
But I'm fine. LG, am I good? Okay. But yeah, the boys have to do it too. But I like it, but I hate it. Because again, now keep your legs closed and we won't have no problems.
Right. When I was in 8th grade, they made us all do it, but it was an egg.
That's what
Did y'all have the egg?
No, that's what my wife had. I never had to do that. Or either I just skipped that class.
I think it was for homemaking. I took home.
Oh, was it home ec? Home ec.
Grade to get an easy A. Wound up having to take care of an egg for a week. Broke the son of a bitch. Just went and got another one and painted it like I had the first one.
No, this one has sensors on it. Like you'll fail if the diaper isn't changed. It monitors if you're feeding it. It monitors if it's left alone too long. It's monitored if it's not buckled up when it's in the car.
Your tax dollars are going toward high-tone fake babies they use in movies and stuff. Jeez.
And the baby looks super weird. There's one of those babies that you shouldn't post a picture of it on Facebook until it develops a little bit more.
Is this thing like for sale at Toys R Us, or this is some special thing where
I think it's some special thing
just for students and lessons and classes and whatever? That's crazy.
My God.
Dude, good grief, man. Are people are giving Rudy shit about not being
I'm getting pissed.
Standard. Come on, no one notices that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do this in protest. I'm gonna sit right here.
It's LG. It's LG. No one said anything till LG said.
Yeah, I know he got it started, and now they're gonna give you
punch
shit.
Him
you look fine
for even bring.
Yeah,
there's a reason for it. If I crop into center, you'll be out of frame.
How? Okay, so how is this?
That's perfect. Stay there.
Okay, cool. I can't. I have freaking ADD.
Stay still. Pretend you're on television.
There's no wheels on y'all's chairs in the studio.
Yo, if I had
got wheels on this one,
he would hate me if I had wheels.
LG used to get on me. I haven't done it in a while. I've been more conscious of it. Like I for whatever reason, I like to I'll readjust my ass in the chair, so I'll do this. But then I get into the habit of doing it. Now all of a sudden, half my head's off the screen because I'm doing this. Because I get tired after an hour of sitting here and I want to stretch or something. Or pretend we're on. I just thought pretend you're on television so you don't move because we are being videoed, and I guess it is an ass whip when you're not.
It matters.
It does matter. I don't know if it matters as much as LG bitches at us about it, but it does. So
it absolutely matters.
Okay, well, I agree. So does she get a grade for this? How do we know that she got 100? She takes the baby back at the end of the week or after 2 days, and it doesn't have a cut or something. It's not.
It monitors if you hit it.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to make sure you've changed it, fed it.
Throw out fake pee? Is it like water comes out of the ass and stuff? Oh my God!
Something like that.
Is it a daughter or a son? This baby.
It's a daughter. It's a they.
Okay, it's just whatever.
It's a they.
Flat in the front like a Ken doll.
I don't think they give out a doll with a penis. It's up to you.
Oh, they should. God. And what grade are we talking here? Sophomore, junior?
Junior.
Wow. So she already said this sucks. I promise you I won't be a mommy anytime soon. Okay.
2 hours in, she was done.
Good. Thank you, Jason, for the money. $4.99. Here's $5 to get Mike some medicine and a boiled egg. Loving you hard from the Pacific Northwest. Thanks, Holmes. I appreciate that. I hate taking medicine because you get loopy. You get weirded out. And the medicine's kicked in. Probably why I'm like, I don't know how. I think my energy's normal, but I just I sound weird in my own head. So it's bullshit. I got to get over this stuff quick. Thanks for the love, though. All right. Well, shout out to your girl, man. Pretty funny. Yeah, and that's what pisses me off though is you got woken up too. That's her problem.
Yeah.
Why do I got to get? Why do I hear this child?
And I sleep hard, but I heard that damn thing.
Maybe they're also trying to get parents to like think, you know what? Not only I not want you having a baby, but if you do, you ain't living here. If you get pregnant, bye bye. Because I ain't putting up with that. I spent all those years raising your ass. I ain't about to sit up here and raise your baby.
No.
What school does she
Nah.
go to? Are we allowed to say that, or do you want to say?
Oh, she goes to Brendan. I've said it a minute. She goes to Brendan.
Okay, Brendan. That's a big school, right?
Huge school.
Huge. Yeah. I don't think they teach some of. I don't think they do that in some school districts. Maybe some they should do this more than others. I'm not sure they're doing it enough.
I don't know if they do it at
The
Cornerstone.
message is not being sent on the south side. Orale.
Oh, damn, that's fucked up. I know what you mean, though.
All right, man. It is in the building. Thanks for the donation, Jason. Keep it coming. Help him, help us, and keep us employed and keep us in business in 2K25. It's y'all's help. It's y'all's viewership. It's your subscriptions that are free. It's your daily chat money you give us that keeps us going. And, of course, our proud partners like Ribaldo Realty Group, the official real estate man of In the Building, Jay. Still trying to move this commercial property here. He does residences. He does commercial property like LG's posted up here on the screen today. Right there on 815 North New Braunfels. Just over the bridge from 35 when you're headed toward Frost Bank Center. Lots of foot traffic. Very, very busy street there, that part of the city. On the east side, it's an old Valero they're trying to move to go look at all the different information on that property. You can go to Ribaldo's website. You can hit him up. You can go to his Facebook page. All of his listings are on there too, including this commercial property here on the inner east side on New Braunfels, this old Valero. If you're looking to start a store, maybe for an investment property or something, place works great. It's an old gas station. Make it yours. Go in there and name it after Thunderdome if you want to, but go check that out and go look at all the different listings, commercial and real and residential, at Ribaldo.com. Jay's number 210-887-1081. You can email him too, but his website is Ribaldo.com. It is Ribaldo.com. All right. I probably kind of buried the lead here just because I figure once we get into this, it's going to take up the hulk of the show. Where do you want to start? We got Swipa making his debut. We had Luca's press conference yesterday. We got major trade rumors galore with the deadline in the NBA tomorrow. It has been a hell of a week in the NBA, man. Where are you at today on all this drama?
I guess we could nibble on. I've been hearing Cam Johnson rumors to the Spurs, but
Okay.
you know, I don't know what I put into it. I know when we did our show Sunday night, Monday morning, you were saying, "Hey, I don't think they're done," and a lot of the rumor mill suggests the same.
Right.
That they may not be done, which again, if they're gonna do if they're gonna do what they did with Swipa and not have to give up much, but you know, with what Cam Johnson's specialty is, he's a shooter, he's a sniper. Maybe you could afford to if you had to, but you know, with Brian Wright's track record, you know, thus far, they ain't had to give up much to get the things that they've, you know, acquired. So I wouldn't mind having Cam, especially, you know, with Wemby and Swipa, because now you have two people that you can't leave. So the best thing to have when you have two guys that command attention from the defense, the next best thing to have is guys that are knockdown shooters. And I think Cam Johnson is that. So if that rumor is true, I'm all in for it, because if I ain't got to give up nothing for Fox, I shouldn't have to give up much for Cam Johnson, because that just seems like one of those contracts the team wants to unload. So I'm all for the Cam Johnson rumors.
Right. Well, we do have a trade that just came down a minute ago as we get into this. The Bucks have sent Chris Middleton to the Warriors, the desperate Warriors. They're willing to take on anything just to try to save Steph Curry's career at the end of it.
You talking about Giannis? You mean Giannis?
We're talking about Middleton's going to the Warriors for Kyle Kuzma.
The Wizards. Wizards.
Oh, did I say Warriors? My bad. Wizards.
Yeah, you said it's the Wizards.
My bad. Yeah,
that's cool.
So, my bad. I got Kuzma's desperate to get out of there. He's part of that big trade. He's part of that trade from before. And it's another example of, There's so many teams in the NBA that shouldn't be teams. The
The
Charlottes
Wizards
of the
are one of
world, the
them.
Wizards of the worlds, the Jazz, these teams are never going to win a title because they don't do what you have to do so. They want to be competitive, make money, but in the case of the Wizards, do they even want to be competitive? That's a team that gave Bradley Beal a no trade clause and $50 million effing dollars and somehow talked the Suns into taking his contract. And now the Suns are trying to move people too, but they can't bring in Jimmy Butler because they're stuck with Bradley Beal's $50 million next year. There's so many teams in the NBA that suck, that are never going to taste a championship. And so we should get rid of
Well,
their ass. And the Wizards are one of them. Anyway,
well,
chapter
one
my
of the
ass
things
was wasting time.
I like the move for the Bucks, and not because I don't know how Kuzma's going to gel with Dame and Giannis,
Yeah.
but the Bucks are in that situation where their star, their megastar, their champion, their NBA MVP, their Finals MVP,
Yep.
keeps showing signs that he may be wanting to get out. When he heard about Luca, he said, "Oh, this is great. International players should be in great big cities. Luca being in LA is great for the international player." And then there's been, rumors swirling for forever that he's just no longer happy. So everybody watched what happened with LeBron and the Cavs the first go round, when it's like, hey, we got a star and we're just gonna put whatever out there and he'll make it work. And LeBron got tired of that shit and he was like, no, I'm out. Same thing happened with Dame Lillard, Anthony Davis and the Pelicans, and it's just been a trickle down effect. Like, stars are no longer going to sit there and waste their prime with these teams. And the Bucks, whether the stuff they do or not works, like Dame Lillard up to this point, it hasn't worked. But you're showing your superstar, we're trying. You can't just leave them with the same stuff and then be like, go win a title. You have to show them that you're at least trying. And then at that point, you can sleep at night if he does demand a trade. Like, look, and you can tell your fan base, we did everything we could. You know what I mean? We did everything that we could, and it just didn't work out. So I feel like that's what that move was about. Like, hey man, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Nothing's available. We can't get Bradley Beal. Contract's too big. Can't get we can't do this. We can't do that. Let's do something to show Giannis we give a shit. And I think that's what that trade is about. And I do think Kuzma offensively, but I mean, Middleton, he's gotten older, but I think it could help. I think it'd be a good third piece.
And now
They
the
probably
poor
never
Aggie.
should have let Drew Holiday go. That was a bad move when they let Drew Holiday go to the Celtics. That was an awful move.
Yeah.
But I see the Bucks working.
Right. So the Aggie Chris Middleton shipped to the wasteland of Washington Wizards world. Hopefully he won't have to stay there very long. And Giannis said something the other day after the Luca trade. He was saying that he wishes all the top Euro players could play for the big markets. That can't make you feel too good if you're the Bucks.
That's why you do this. You're like,
about?
shit.
Golly.
Oh shit. He wants to go to the Knicks.
Well, the Bucks win the championship. They win the title.
21.
And then within a year, Coach Bud's fired. They're letting Drew Holiday go. They're asking for Giannis to not finish his career in Milwaukee. They're not handling that well at all. I am excited for De'Aaron Fox's debut tonight. Or he's expected to play. So Swipa.
Luca didn't play last night. Luca's in street clothes.
Saturday, I want to say, as what I read, I think. But so we'll see De'Aaron Fox tonight. I'm pretty excited for this. I'm definitely going to be by the channel. I'm definitely going to talk about this on tomorrow's pod for sure. Don't know if he'll start. Don't know if he'll play. But Swipa's in uniform tonight. And the whole Atlanta, which is funny because the Spurs have the Hawks' #1 pick. The Hawks have a better freaking record so far than we do, which is ironic. And so this is a game you need to whoop their ass.
Yeah.
The new guy's making his debut. You need Atlanta to lose. So go out there and run their ass off the floor tonight. Quit screwing around. The Spurs are now 5 games under 500. They got trucked by Memphis the other night. And this is the worst record they've had at any point this season. And as you and I both said, I anticipate a run to the play-in game at least. But they're running out of time. Fox needs to get in here and acclimate pretty quick. they're going to look up and be 7, 8, 9, 10 games under 500, and they're going to be out of contention for the play-in anyway. So I'm glad you did what you did, but okay, show me what you
Let's
got now
go.
tonight in the whole Atlantis.
You
We got to
guys
beat you
damn
hard.
right.
Absolutely. This is a 2-game. It's really a 2-game game because you don't beat the Hawks. Now they've got one more win, and it hurts your lottery chances with these people. It's ridiculous. So let's get this shit right tonight. I don't expect Fox to come in and drop a 30 spot. I'm going to give him 3 games before. All right, let's go. We're giving him 3 games, and then it's time to go. He's 27. He's a stud, and he'll be learning to mesh with Wemby the rest of the season. But like what I mean by 3 games, I'm giving him 3 games to make mistakes, have an off night. He's completely out of his element. He's having to get used to a whole new place, whole new guys, whole new everything. So 3 games to make turnovers and not know the play and simpleton basketball. But after that 3rd game, it's going to be time to get that shit going.
The rest of the team wouldn't like me playing for me right now if outside of Wemby and Fox because this is new and it's going to take a training camp and an off-season program for this to really get on the same page. This year, I'd tell Wemby and Fox, I say, hey, man, y'all go shoot some free throws, calculate up. I want to talk with the rest of the team.
Yeah.
And I tell them, just be ready to shoot. I'm just letting them off the leash. And when the ball comes to you, be ready. Like, I'm not trying to figure this out right now. Like, yeah, I would love to be in the play-in. I would love for them to make the playoffs. That would be gravy. But right now, my job is to make those 2 happy. And there's nothing. First of all, I watched the Allen Iverson 76ers go to the finals with everybody. Just be ready when Allen gets you the ball. Just be ready to shoot. Like this isn't a new concept. I would tell Vassell, I would tell Castle, and I love we love Castle, Keldon, Sohan. Like I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm just letting them off the leash and opening the gate. And when they come to you, be ready. I remember Norris Cole saying when he first got to the Heat, he was coming down shooting 1 dribble pull-ups, and he was averaging 20. And then he finally had a bad game, and Spo pulled him to the side and said, hey, you're playing well, but you see that guy right there, number 3? He's an all-time leading scorer for the Miami Heat. And you see that other guy over there, the 6'8 dude, 260? I don't know if you know him, but his name's LeBron James. I don't want you shooting 1 dribble pull-up bullshit shots. That's not what we want, even if though you're averaging 20.
Right.
That's the realm that we're walking into. Like, hey, we got Fox and we got Wemby. When they come to you, be ready to play.
Right.
It's really as simple as that. And that's how I would play. We got 40 games left? Maybe 30-something
They
games left.
They got to get those 2 guys rolling.
30-something games left. Y'all cook.
Right.
And when somebody doubles, kick it to the corner. Vassell be ready to shoot.
Yeah.
They wouldn't like playing for me. Not right now, not the rest of this season. Training camp, we can figure out all run down, run flex, run Robin Hood. You know what I mean? We could do all that shit later. But right now, I'm just going to let my 2 superstars cook.
Damn right. Isaac the Third's in here. $20 to make us holler. Thank you, man. Morning, fellas. Love the show. I like the Kuzma trade as well for the Bucks. Middleton is not the same player anymore. Can't wait to see Fox tonight. # go Spurs in the building. I'll be interested to see if all of a sudden Keldon Johnson is out tonight with flu-like symptoms.
Well, everybody has the flu.
It'll be interesting.
I got you. I see what you're saying.
The Suns last night listed KD as doubtful for their game. I think against Oklahoma City tonight. They're saying that he has a sprained ankle. Anybody that knows KD is calling bullshit. The Suns are not going to play KD tonight because they might move him today. KD, who just said 3 days ago after the Luca trade, it just goes to show that in this business, nobody is safe. No one can be guaranteed the next day they're going to be on the same team. And 3 days later, KD's got a slightly tweaked ankle. We're going to list him as doubtful for the Oklahoma City game. But all the smoke suggests in Phoenix that they, for some reason, tell them, okay, look, I like Jimmy Butler, don't get me wrong. But he so bad wants to go to the Suns And are they so sports horny for Jimmy Butler that they're going to wind up moving KD somewhere to allow that?
I don't know if this is.
What are they doing?
I don't know if this has anything to do with Jimmy, or it just has to do with them like realizing nobody wants Bradley Beal. The
Right.
reason that trade hasn't happened is because nobody else wants him. Like
Right.
there's some other contenders, I say that plural, that
Mhm.
could use KD. Oklahoma City being one of them, maybe,
Mhm.
but I like their chemistry. They're number one in the league. I don't think they need him, but there's other teams outside of the Heat because I think Jimmy going to Phoenix is wanting to play with KD. I don't think he would want to do it if KD's not there. So I've heard rumors of him going back to Golden State to finish what they left on the leftovers. You know, KD being so sensitive, Draymond cursed him out, and he never recovered, and they never addressed it. And I just felt like it was time for me to go. So I've heard those rumors, but it's just Phoenix is at the point where okay, this is climax. We've reached our ceiling. We got to blow this up. So I don't think it's about KD as much as it's about damn, nobody wants Bradley Beal but us. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
We live in a world where Bradley Beal makes more money than Patrick Mahomes. NBA, baby. I don't want that. The NBA, that's where you get paid. Boy, and
Yes,
speaking of
sir.
getting paid, clearly the ownership group in Dallas, one of the reasons why they make this move for Luca is they didn't want to give him the Supermax. And they've thrown the guy under the bus, blaming his conditioning and his lack of defense for the reason. We'll see. Did you watch the Luca press conference yesterday? I was glued. I couldn't not watch it.
Bits and pieces. I know people are like, well, hey, you're up next year. Any chance you go back to Dallas? He was like,
No way.
absolutely not.
There ain't no effing way. No way.
But Mav fan has convinced themselves that this AD thing, AD Kyrie, is going to work. Am I
Of course
not?
they have. That's all they got. You have to. I mean, what are they going to do? Give up on the team? Although the Mavericks are offering refunds to season ticket holders. You see this?
Hey, golf clap for that.
And they're being taken up on it. Look, man.
Golf clap for that.
I don't know. Like I didn't do the show yesterday. You and I obviously got into this super late Sunday night into Monday morning. Where are you at now after a couple of days of sleeping on this thing, man? Because the whole world, I mean, the entire world at this point is just shocked by this and confused and is shitting on the deal. When the organization itself is offering refunds to season ticket holders, even the Mavericks business office and marketing people know that the whole world hates this. It was just so weird yesterday watching this. It just seems so unnecessary that this kid would be an LA Laker now. It just seems crazy.
First of all, I can't
Where
wait.
you at?
I can't wait to see him and LeBron play together. I think it's gonna make Luca better. LeBron has only made people better his entire career. I can talk shit about LeBron all I want, but the fact of the matter is he makes people better, and they have a mega star going forward that's going to continue to put butts in seats. But you sent me a story on the connection and how, like, when the confusing part of it makes sense when you read that piece that you sent me, because it's pretty much a couple homeboys just looking out for each other.
Pretty much.
A la Kevin McHale, Danny Ainge, when Kevin Garnett went to the Celtics. A la when Jerry West is working for Memphis. But at heart, he's a Laker.
Yeah.
And sends Pau Gasol to the Lakers for Mark Gasol at the time, who was a little fat, pudgy kid that couldn't make a layup.
Right.
So a lot of this stuff goes, I mean, I guess it's the same in the real world as it is in the NBA. Like, somebody, they hook them up. And that story you sent me on the agents and the buddies and how this really came about, it almost, when I read it, I was almost like, holy shit, Adam Silver should have pulled a David Stern. And when he blocked CP3 and should have been like, no, this doesn't make sense, and we can't allow it.
Yeah. I don't know. So for our people watching this, if you haven't had a chance, go to ESPN.com, click on the NBA section. The best thing I've read in months from anybody, Tim McMahon, who I've known for years up at the Metro Sex, who's turned into one of the premier NBA writers in the league, and Ramona Shelburne, who's a Hall of Famer, they co-wrote this long piece on the relationship between Nico Harrison, the Mavericks general manager, and Rob Pelinka, the Lakers general manager. 25 years ago or whatever, when they were younger, when Rob Pelinka was Kobe Bryant's agent, because Kobe, when he first came into the league, his guy was Arn Tellem. Remember Arn? I think he's passed.
Big boy agent. Big boy
big
agent.
Big time. Arn Tellem. Kobe went from Arn Tellem and to Rob Pelinka. And Rob Pelinka was an assistant working under Arn Tellem at that company. Kobe went off on his own, and Rob became Kobe's personal agent. And that's how Rob started. That's how Rob met Nico Harrison, who at the same time this was going on where Kobe switching agents, Kobe's shoe deal with Adidas had expired at the same time. And so this young dude named Nico Harrison was hired by Nike to woo Kobe. And so, and Kobe agreed to go to Nike. So Kobe basically introduced Rico to Rob, and they hit it off. And so so they became best friends. Both
best friends.
Kobe. Best. And I knew they were buddies. We talked about this Sunday night, but they were taking, so Nico, Rob, and the Bryants were taking family vacations 2 or 3 times a year. People used to talk about Kobe not hanging out with guys on the team. That's because he was going out with Nico and Rob, and they all became like a 3-man best man.
Rob
crew.
is Gigi's godfather.
Correct.
God bless the dead. Yeah.
Correct. And so when Kobe got killed, Nico and Rob's relationship even got stronger because they both just like rallied to each other and to support each other because they were so torn up after Kobe got killed. And so fast forward to several weeks ago, apparently this is a coffee shop in the Metro Sex where Nico invites Rob down for coffee and proposes, what do you think if I were to ship Luca or offer you Luca? And Pelinka's like, excuse me? If I were to offer you Luca, what would you think? And that's where it got started. And so it's so weird because Nico clearly, assuming he's not lying, it looks like Nico Harrison hates Luca Doncic and thinks Luca's too fat and think he's immature and they're giving up on the kid when he's only 25 years old. Okay, I get that. You think he's fat. You think he's a bad kid.
Fat.
You think he refuses to play. You think he won't play D. You've decided at 25 years old, you're done with him. The kid can't be fixed. He's just a lost cause. So you trade him to your best friend? You're not going to screw your best friend over with a kid that you think is washed mentally. You're not going to do that.
Great
Nico
point.
Harrison's a lying fucker. He is lying about Luca. Luca, and he's using it as an excuse because Luca's not a great defender. We know that. Luca does have fluctuating weight. We know that. You know who averaged more minutes last year than anybody in the NBA? Luca Doncic did.
Ooh,
while averaging 39 and 9.
That's a hell of a fun fact.
This looks like Nico Harrison hooked up Rob Pelinka.
Hooked up his home.
Because the owners in Vegas that don't give 2 shits about the Mavericks, they just want their casino built, and they're probably now realizing, whoa, this casino's never going to get built. Oh, shocking that the idiots in Vegas, these Adelson billionaires, totally underestimated the power of the evangelical Christian church that runs politics in this state. They're never going to build a casino. Get the fuck out of here. Not building a casino. And so this looks to me like the Mavericks' new owners are cutting bait. We're not going to take on a $350 million Supermax. So get rid of him however you can. And so the excuse, well, he's fat, he don't play defense, so I'm going to give him to my best friend on the marquee franchise of the league to play with LeBron. The Mavericks should be investigated by the league. Silver needs to step in.
I got 2 points. I got 2 points. First point is this is when Jerry Jones, but now I'm only saying this if what you're saying isn't correct. This is when Jerry Jones meddling would be okay. Like, let's say the owners weren't in on this, and the owners and Nico's like, hey, I'm gonna trade Luca. Jerry Jones would be like, no, the hell you're not.
Right.
You most certainly will not. That's number one. Now, number two, a guy that knows the NBA, understands how they operate, Dwayne Wade. His point hit home with me. And his point was, look, I understand the NBA and I understand where the NBA is going. It is bigger international. The NBA is bigger international than it is in America right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we looking at each other like, why is Adam Silver letting this go down? Adam
Right.
Silver understands that this international superstar is going to bring us Spain, Europe, anywhere that you can think of internationally to our biggest market. I gotta bury my head in the sand. This is just good for business, because that's the only way you let this go down, is if this is good for the NBA, because it's such an international sport that Adam Silver's just like, fuck, man. Nico and Rob, I see them together all the time. They're besties.
Yep.
And the only way you allow this to go through is if it's good for your product. Which is it's still icky.
It's icky.
It's still icky. When you read that piece, you're like, yo, this is some bullshit.
It's some bullshit. It's fine you want to trade the guy. Maybe the owners in Vegas did say, nope, get rid of him. We're not giving anybody $350 million. Hell, they may sell the Mavericks in a couple of years. They may realize this was a mistake and pull out. It's just an investment to them. They don't know shit about basketball. They don't care about basketball. Poor Mark Cuban. Cuban, is just sick over this.
He said he didn't understand it. Cuban was like, I don't understand this at all.
No, absolutely not.
No.
And the league has dealt with this Lakers bias bullshit for a long, long time, which is why David Stern stepped in and kiboshed the Chris Paul trade years ago. And this does not help that. It could just be two dudes that hooked each other up who happen to be, one of them happens to be in LA. But I really think the NBA should look into this. I mean, is that the world?
They can't, Mike. They're in on it. They're in on it. There's nothing to look into it when they're in on it.
Well, I don't think they are, but it sure damn sure looks like they're letting it happen. It looks like is that where we're going now? Because we already deal with players collaborating with each other. Hey, let's all get together in Miami. Let's all get together in Golden State. And now you got general managers now hooking each other up with superstars. Hey, my owners want me to move Luca. I'm not going to shop him around. Screw that. We want to keep this quiet. I'm going to send him to my homeboy. Oh, he just happens to run the Lakers. How convenient. This whole thing is just, it's shocking. Silver should have, I think Silver should investigate. You should investigate just to prove that you didn't collaborate with this. Do a fake investigation just to save face, because in the public eye, the whole thing looks shady. It looks shady, man. It looks shady. That being said, I think Luca's fucking pissed. I think he's motivated. He didn't look no 275 pounds to me. I think he's going to kick ass. If LeBron's got 2 more years left with the Lakers, those two are going to figure it out, and they're going to kick major ass. They're already in 4th place in the West, and they're struggling. They're struggling, and they're still in 4th. Shit, in 3 weeks, they may be in 1st.
And I hope Nico realizes that Mavs fans are pissed about this, and he has a very fragile being in Anthony Davis. And I don't know how Anthony Davis is going to handle him getting booed. At some point he gets booed. At some point he gets booed by Mavs fans. And oh, by the way, Luca gets to play the Mavs 2 more times this season. One of them, damn it, one of them in Dallas. I wonder how Anthony Davis is going to handle it when the Mavs give Luca a 3-minute standing ovation.
3 minutes. And the night AD sucks or misses a shot or something.
Or goes out with an ankle.
I mean, he has to already feel weird. No one wants him in Dallas. Players of all over the league have called bullshit on this trade. The whole league's been shocked and upended by this.
But
I don't think Nico Harrison realizes what he's done.
Right. When he's healthy, though, a part of Anthony was tired of LeBron. Again, LeBron gets all the credit, although LeBron gets all the blame. This is a chance he's playing with another star in Kyrie. This is a chance for him to cement
Mm-hmm.
who in his mind he is.
Mm-hmm.
But it could also go really bad. But it's also an opportunity. I think if I'm Anthony should be motivated as well. And I think they're going to I think Jason Kidd's smart enough to allow him to cook. So there's the other side of that coin.
Eric mentioned a good point. So, as I've mentioned Stern stepping in on the CP3 deal. But if you remember, Stern was in control of the Pelicans at the time, who should not have an organization. Their ownership was so out of hand, so insane, so bankrupt that the league had to take over the Pelicans for half a season. And that's when the Lakers and Pelicans struck that deal with the Pelicans GM to send Chris to LA. And Stern's like, no, we're not letting you hook up the Lakers, especially not while I'm technically running the fucking team.
Right.
Dude, the Pelicans, that's another team. The Pelicans, New
Shouldn't
Orleans
be
should not have a team.
Agreed.
The Pelicans should move to Las Vegas.
They had the NFL GM running that team. Just like, hey, man, like, hey, man, go
do what
figure
want.
something out.
Right. That's that Benson family. That was unbelievable. Which, by the way, have you seen this thing in New Orleans with the Bensons? Mrs. Ben, not Mr. Tom, he's passed, but his wife who runs the Saints. So the NFL can't be happy. The AP reported over the weekend that for years the Saints, Mrs. Benson, who owns the Saints, she was having Saints upper level managers strike business deals with the Catholic diocese, the Church of New Orleans.
Okay.
New Orleans got a lot of Catholics. A lot of French folks are Catholic. And the Bensons for years were one of the biggest contributors there were to the local New Orleans Catholic diocese.
Okay.
All of us, about 10 years ago or whatever, a bunch of priests got in trouble that worked in the churches in and around New Orleans for, I'll give you one guess.
I already know.
Molesting boys.
Obviously.
And Mrs. Benson is being accused of hiring the president of the Saints, not Mickey Loomis, he's the GM, but like guys over him, to cover up and protect the bishop. So the bishop wouldn't get in trouble for having all that go on during his watch. Didn't say the bishop was doing it, but the bishop was kind of like, oh, let's just pretend this isn't going on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Mrs. Benson allegedly used her PR firm, her PR people, the PR people that work, the PR people for the Saints, to spend part of their workday not working for the Saints, but advising the bishop on how best to cover this up, sweep it under the rug. Just a horrible look for Mrs. Benson. Horrible look. And they all vehemently deny it, blah, blah, blah. Them damn Saints are some renegades. And Mickey Loomis, I'm not saying he knew about the Catholic thing. That was Miss Benson acting on her own, but
that's above his pay grade. That's above his pay grade.
Members using Saints employees. Then you got, Bountygate.
They don't have a coach
there. No, now the Pelicans suck. You're having to get the league to come in here and run the stupid Pelicans because y'all's ownership's so shit. What a terrible scene that whole thing was. And she runs the Pelicans to this day now because she took over because Stern basically was like, just run the team. Okay.
Yeah.
Bad scene. I didn't mean to get off on that tangent. This whole Luca thing is just, it's shaking. It's shaking the league, man.
Mm-hmm.
And no one believes that everything we've been told so far is the whole story. No, Luca's just fat and he won't play defense. So much more than that. So much more.
Julian B. 499, worst trade since WNBA player for a mega arms dealer. Glad to see the team back together. Thank you for that. Thank you, Julian.
Brittany Griner reference. Thank you, man.
Man.
Dude, I don't know what to make of it. The Lakers are going to win the title in 2 years, and the Mavericks maybe the Mavericks are going to Las Vegas. Who knows?
Yeah.
Incredible. I feel bad for Mark Cuban. I do. He probably he's in his 60s, wanted to scale back. He's still busy with all of his other businesses, his pharmaceutical company. He's still on Shark Tank. He decided to take a step back, sell his majority ownership in good faith, sells them to the Adelsons. And now look, Luca Doncic is a Laker. God almighty. All right. Show brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor and apparently Kanye West superfan, Mr. AD. Mr. Singh. I was in number 8 last week over on 410 and
Yes.
over by Ingram Park Mall.
410 and military.
Yes, sir. And got a good look at the lit kit room where they put it all together. I played that video last week. I got them lit kits, baby. Great bit if you're looking for something to supplement your Super Bowl party on Sunday night. Get you one of these. Get you 2 of these lit kits. All the ingredients are
That's a
in
great
there
Super Bowl.
already.
That's a
It's
great
great
Super Bowl thing for your Super
for
Bowl
sure.
party. Go
Great,
get your
man.
lit kit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
grab you a lit
great.
kit. Or maybe you've been invited to one and you're not sure what to bring. Cruise by Texas Cheer, pick up one of these lit kits, and you'll be the life of the party. All the mixes are already in there. You just take them out, open them up, pour them all in, stir that shit together, and go to town
Get
on that
lit.
bad. Get lit with a lit kit. All things at Texas Cheer Liquor. Always 5% off when you mention in the building at all 7 locations, including the 6 in San Antonio and the 1 up in Bernie. 5% off when you mention us at In the Building on Texas Cheer Liquor. All right, what y'all watching? It's Wednesday. Anything y'all want to talk about TV-wise you got going this week?
I'm still on Last Kingdom. I've gotten to season 3. I don't know why I'm so enamored with that period of time with Vikings and how they would just cruise village to village and murder innocent people and take their women, like living off the land and horseback. And it's going to take us 2 days to get to this village. We march now. We read like, because I just feel like, damn, only because like, I'm not even like my 6-year-old, like she's going to grow up in a world that's just amazing when we talk about AI and electric cars and self-driving cars. I'm just thinking to myself like, damn, I don't know if I would have survived. Like, I don't know if I would have survived that era. Like at any given moment, grab your sword. There's some Danes outside and they've come to ransack our village. I don't know, man. It's just, I'm enamored with Vikings and Native Americans and how they survived off the land before electricity, before anything. You know, you had to go and fetch the water. You had to go and like sometimes you're fasting for a couple days because food is low. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just enamored with it. So I'm still watching
Dude,
The Last Kingdom.
you know who Bear Grylls is, right? The adventure guy has the TV show.
Yeah.
Takes celebrities out. They go in the mountains and they go hang gliding off mountains and shit.
Yeah.
He's got this. He's like this superhuman, and he scales Everest and shit like this. Guys like that, they were a dime a dozen in 1700.
I know.
We are so soft. Everybody you had to be Bear Grylls in 1510 or 1211. Now, granted, the life expectancy was 35 because you got a disease and you died, and there was no medicine. We're so soft physically as people now. If we could get in the time machine and go back to even 1950, if we just went to 1950,
I'd be lost.
Central Heat and Air, get the fuck out of here. HEB delivery, get the fuck out of here. Wi-Fi, get the fuck out of here. It was hard times. You look at pictures of like athletes back in the day, or just people, and you see how chiseled they are and just grizzled they are, and you think, damn, he's 49 years old in that picture. I saw a colorized picture of Abraham Lincoln the other day. This is President Lincoln sitting for a pose, you know, and he looks so bad. They colorized the picture. Real black circles under his eyes, just sunken face. Granted, being the president takes years off your life, but he looked like he was 80, and then you see he's 56. God dang, he's 5.5 years older than I am now in that picture, and he looks gaunt and is sullen.
Right.
Look at FDR's one. Look at Franklin Roosevelt's pictures when he was in office. You think Obama looked bad after 8 years?
He
FDR,
did.
who literally died in office, FDR looked like he was 207. Look at high school pictures of people like yearbooks from the 40s. Those kids all look like they're 40 because the times were hard and you had to be tough. Shit, everybody was Bear Grylls back in the day. I got behind on TV because I was in Hawaii.
Well, yeah, you were enjoying Hawaii. Who watches TV in Hawaii?
Well, no one. We didn't. And I still need to finish up Painkiller.
Somebody in the
Netflix
chat said
show.
Painkillers is awesome.
It's awesome about the Sackler family who they're the ones that started the OxyContin dependency in this country. Turned 10% of this country into a pill-popping OxyContin fiend and knew how highly addictive it was, knew it was more addictive than heroin, and were basically strong-arming doctors all over the country to prescribe it to people that didn't need it, to turn them into a bunch of addicts. And to this day, we're still fighting through massive overdoses in big swaths of the country on Oxy and fentanyl and shit like this. We started watching it last week, then I went out of town. And
Right.
Nina didn't cheat on me. She didn't watch it without me. So we got like 3 more episodes today. So we'll probably binge it tonight. And I'll give
Yeah.
you all a report on how it goes next week. So I haven't picked up anything new, but going to
It's
finish up
all good.
Painkiller this week, man. All right, show also brought to you in part by RNR Autoglass. My daughter, for the second time in 6 months, had her car broken into and stolen. They busted out the left driver's side window. And I'm like, well, I know somebody. R&R was who we called. Took that girl over there, dropped her off. She was over there less than an hour, and they were done. And yeah, they knew it was my kid, but believe me, no matter who it is, you mention us. They not that they treat others differently, but these are longtime supporters, longtime subscribers, and members of our show and our company. R&R Autoglass is the only place I would ever take my car to if it had any sort of glass damage, bashed in windshields. They do sunroof repair as well. Maybe storm season's around the corner. God forbid you get your sunroof damaged by hail or whatever. R&R does that too. Sometimes a little motor goes out in the door panel. Maybe the window's affected, not rolling up or down properly. Maybe you had a car wreck and your window's offline. So it's not just bashed out windshields. Anything window the car needs to be in your car, they can repair it and fix it. It's R&R Autoglass, 210-340-2588 or rnrautoglass.com, rnrautoglass.com. You mentioned the Super Bowl earlier. It's totally been on my back burner this week because of all the NBA drama. I am looking forward to the game. I did notice and I didn't even know this. Did you know in 1987, Pat Riley, who we've talked about lately because he and Jimmy Butler are having a divorce as we speak, Pat Riley actually bought the trademark to the phrase three-peat in
I did know.
1987.
I found out like in the early 2000s, but I did know.
The Lakers had won 2 in a row, Showtime with Magic and Kareem and those guys. And so Pat Riley, being a savvy dude, decides, I'm going to buy the trademark to three-peat. And so if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl Sunday night, they cannot print the phrase three-peat on anything Chiefs unless they pay Pat Riley, which I'm sure they will. That man is an effing genius.
In a lot of walks.
Effing genius in a lot of walks. Pat Riley stands to get rich if the Chiefs win Sunday night.
If I'm the Chiefs, I'd come up, I'll say third time's the charm or something. I ain't paying Pat Riley. But this was the funny part about that story. Even though they didn't end up three-peating, but he still bought the patent or the trademark
and has it
to
and
the term.
Never given it up and never sold it. That's
Smart
genius,
man.
I need a trademark. Damn, we should have trademarked some stuff too along the way. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to get ready for my lunch at 12. If you're looking for a place to come hang out and eat Mexican food today, I'm going to be at Poblano's downtown on Houston at 12. I'm going to do a 30-minute live Facebook chat with the people. Y'all come watch me eat today on my Facebook page and we can talk about Swipa, Luca, Super Bowl, my hula shirt, whatever, Mexican food, whatever. I'm going to be chatting with people today on Facebook. Major show announcement, by the way, by In the Building on Sunday night during Super Bowl postgame show, which I'll continue to overhype and tease the rest of the week. Thank you to DJ LG and the people. Thank you to Rudy J. Good luck, Grandpa, with that little fake baby you got in your house this week.
All right, here right now.
Back in here mañana at 9 a.m. for those that watch it live. See y'all later. Hell no, I ain't buying Matt, but come on in and you buy me something. See y'all later.
Right.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.